The challenges women have been having in terms of participation in governance are several. And, we academics, we talk theory. Theoretically, we know that we have political barriers, which some have called institutional or structural barriers. We also have socioeconomic barriers, and even psychological, ideological barriers to women. Now, when we take the political barriers, we are talking a lot about even the fact that women generally lack party support. They lack also the training sometimes, which gives them the confidence to actually even stand, for office. And then there's also a lot of, sociocultural barriers in terms of the stereotypes that we have, gender stereotypes. So when we talk about, I mentioned psychological barriers, psychological and sociocultural barriers. We have gender stereotypes, which in Africa and Ghana, and it's not only, unique to Ghana, but we have these gender stereotypes that expect that women will be the primary caregivers in their homes. They have the dual burden of, doing chores in their homes and balancing that with their professions. And this really takes a toll on them. It's quite difficult for them to balance these and sustain a political or a governance career. At the same time, there's this masculine model of politics, and governance, where in our culture, political leaders are basically expected to be men. Men are, seen to be have leadership qualities and so on. And women, we need to build trust and the capacity of women so that the society will see them as important actors. And then I mentioned the socioeconomic factors. So there's a lot of lack of funding or insufficient funding for women aspirants who want to get into governance positions. And here I'm thinking of the elective or elected governance positions and not just the appointed. I mean, Our Lady from Star Ghana has already shown us how even with the appointed positions, we don't have enough. It's abysmal percentages that we have been shown. And therefore, when we talk about the elective positions, it is important that we help women gain the funding that they need for their campaigns. If you take the high cost of politics, and the politics in Ghana and increasingly around the world is very high. And so in Ghana, for instance, we've had, some policies about filing fees. The two major parties, the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress, have given passed, policies that give 50%, discount the filing fees of women. But I think that is a very small dip in the ocean, because politics is running in the millions of dollars, not even cedis, right, when you are campaigning. And therefore, we really have to see how we can best improve the funding that comes to women. This speaks to their lack of sometimes employment, the lack of access to loans, the unequal pay gap. There's a gender pay gap. So women tend to make less than men for the same positions and so on. And therefore, these are all challenges: the high cost of politics, the lack of funding, the lack of even networks, to help the women, even though, of course, this doesn't take away from all the good work that is being done or that has been done by the women's organizations, civil society organizations like WILDAF and Abantu and NetRight and others.